There's so much to think about, right? We don't even have enough time to talk about it. The difference for me, though, is that PA scales very well against Lifestealer, while Void scales very well against Finn. So the difference for me in this one, and why I'm favoring Secret much more than I did in that game one, was that the carry matchup, the game plan for Secret, if the game does go long enough, will favor their draft later.
It's going to be endurance versus power as we jump into game one of a best-of-5 series as we send it over to our casters, Odie, Pixel, and Fogged.
Step lively now. Your Admiral is on board.
Here, Secret versus OG. I'm Odie Pixel, joined by Fogged, and well, this is going to be quite the finals indeed. Secret, of course, coming in as the strongest side. You saw it there as well in the odds, but we have seen OG. They have been able to take a game off Secret. Sure, in the last best of 3, the 2 games that they lost did look kind of rough, but you got to imagine, you know, you're in this. You've got to the grand finals. You're against Secret. OG would have expected this. For sure, they must have done a whole lot of homework. Does it show in the drafts, Fogged? Do you think OG's got a good plan in this game one?
It looks like they're definitely addressing, you know, you can't really plan for these type of games. You can't just like flat out be like, we're picking this, this, and this, unless you have some like really godly strategy coming into play. I think they're addressing the heroes on Secret, right? They see this Void early on, they're picking these annoying, they're having this Root, they're having the silence that comes from that Night Stalker, a lot of different aggression, and I think it's really OG really trying to set the pace here. I think 5 minutes, the collapse, right? That's what I look at from OG. Pugna enables this Night Stalker to move around too early at this 5-minute mark when Night hits. Same thing with that IO that's Sven. We're gonna look to them to be very active. However, looking at Secret, they prepare too, because they know they were giving up IO in this game. So they have a plan against it here with this Void AA, and they can respond to aggression really well with their lineup.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you look at Secret's lineup, and the team fight's going to be incredibly strong.
Yep.
Just all 5 heroes offering some very impactful team fight capabilities.
Super strong counter initiation. If they're diving, they have a lot of ways to just kind of halt that dive. They have the Rum, they have the Pit, they have so many different AoE controls that are coming out. So we'll see how it all plays out here at the lanes.
Step lively now. Your Admiral is on
Kunkka versus that Pugna. Thompson comfortable in this matchup, but Nisha also comfortable too. And I do think that this was like one of the better picks that Secret could have gone for here, because they can stop all that relentless aggression that you know is going to be coming.
Yeah, and Nisha's Kunkka has just historically been one of the heroes that he just reaches these insane levels of farm when he sort of gets the free roam around mid and the camps. It's up there with his Magnus when he used to be playing the mid Magnus. These are the sort of heroes where Nisha, if he's having a good game, 15 minutes in, he's going to be in the top net worth.
Yeah, I think OG, they really have to set the tempo in this game. Like the Sven, he's going to be able to out farm and out time the the Void's farm, so they really have to push it forward, because Secret, they drafted a very strong late game if it does ever get to that point. Saxa.
He's got the first point in it here in Shadow Realm. Needing to use it. There's Puppey coming in with the punches with this Blightstone. You know, Puppey hitting that extra little bit hard with that early armor reduction. And Saxes, he's living on the edge there. Came back in for a couple of hits. Just trying to get the most value out of the South that he knew he was about to pop.
That hurts. Puts him at 0 armor whenever he does get hit by Puppey. So can definitely go for those trades. Saxa, he's up forward here.
He has, and Matu, he jumped over for the opportunity. The bash has come out. Saxa, he ends up giving up his life. First blood from the Tumberman there. Saxa came back over. And of course, well, that level 1 Shadow Realm's got quite the long cooldown. He didn't have it back up, but walked straight in. And Matu, he'll happily jump away from the creeps for that opportunity.
Yeah, he oversteps. They're trying to secure the creep. Puppey gets it there with the chilling touch. Seb's sad.
Your Admiral is on board.
And he's making sure that he keeps his distance away from Matu. This is something we always talk about for Puppey, is he just is all about enabling his core players. So he's giving those max levels to the Void early on. He knows he only needs like 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 levels down here as this AA until the mid game. And then you know the way Puppey plays. He's going to farm very aggressively to get his 6. Mid, we're seeing relatively even. Thompson using his Decrepify to secure a couple extra denies here.
Yeah, and I imagine what in this sort of lane, you're going to expect the farm to be pretty close. I guess the worry is if someone comes around and there's the setup onto Thompson with the X mark, Thompson has to be a little careful of these Tidebringer hits hitting him hard early.
Absolutely, but it's a very good matchup for the Pugna, because even once if he gets 6 early on, he can just go for kill threats onto Nisha very easy.
Top lane, no tail. Zanyap, so they're able to get in and on top of him with the damage from the Sandstorm and the Firestorm. There's no chance for No-Tail as he's caught in between the two of them.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty strong lane top. Sure, the Sven is still getting a lot of farm, but they can go for these type of kills with this heavy amount of magic damage and percent-based damage versus this double strength hero. Double strength heroes of OG.
Yeah, and the fact that you have these two spells with such large AoE, we'll see here.
Oh, he tethered a creep, No-Tail!
Step lively now. Your
First game of the best of 5, you know, so warming up. Warming up, beginning of the series. You know, No-Tail, as you said, he doesn't get to play the IO too much recently, gets banned out a lot, so he's getting back warmed up with it, but yes, I'm sure mid-one, he's going to be fine. He's going to be like, you know what, mistakes happen. Mistakes happen.
It's probably just one of those like, bro, like, what did you do, man?
You get
I'm sure they're having a laugh about it.
That's gonna hurt a lot though, because they were doing pretty well up there, and now they're shut down a bit there. The Underlord's gonna get some levels. He's gonna be able to sustain a little bit harder. They'll bring their items out, and level 3 tanking. That's where that damage starts to hurt a lot more. Same thing with the Firestorm. These levels really make a difference. Getting an early bottle too. Yapsor's got some. Well, it's gonna be coming out on the courier. Yapsor's gonna be checking runes for his mid laner Nisha.
And he's going to be able to guard the top one. It's a DD. He'll take it for himself. Looks like Nisha says, you know, take it away. Just, I'm fine. And
Yep. Ooh, Seb's in trouble here.
he's getting blocked off. The cold feet's going to kick in. Matu and Puppy are able to punch into him. Matu's going to find another kill down on this bottom lane. Saxa can't get Puppy in return as Puppy's into the trees. Already Secret with 4 kills in the first 4 minutes across the lanes.
It's definitely not how they want to have it start when they do have this very early-centric kind of style, but it's really about, you know, this is, it's not like it's likely to happen, but it's likely that Night Stalker doesn't have a great time bottom. Because pre-5 minutes, you know, it's still that daytime. No one fears the Day Stalker. 20 seconds until we have those bounties and that nighttime, so we'll see what they can capitalize on with it. As that Willow Night Stalker, it really jumps in strength as soon as that does hit.
We'll see. I mean, the sort of the moves from the mid laners.
Both doing the same exact thing. They're farming the small camp, and they push mid in, then they go secure their runes.
See,
Double stun.
Again, it's just good damage. This Firestorm and Sandstorm, it's a lot that OG has to withstand. They're going to try and chase down Yapzor.
Step lively now.
See if they've got enough damage. He's going to have another stun up in a couple of seconds. He's got stick charges, so he can pop stick and stun.
He's going for the stun.
He goes back in aggressively, Yapzor. Good stun onto the two of them. Another Firestorm drop down. And this time, Yapzor, can he actually live? He's trying to juke through the trees, but mid-one cuts through, throws out the stun. Yapzor will be punished for his attempt to try and play around with the two of them a little bit longer.
Lively now.
So much sustain that comes from that IO, even if they get the pit early on, which I did like from Zai. They can't deal with all that sustain early on here.
Yeah, and just having pretty good movement speed as well between the two of them, just allowing them to get out of this area that the Secret's trying to lay down as an unfightable territory with the Sandstorm and the Firestorm. They can simply move out of it right now and play around it.
Very rare to see, looking at this map, look at the lack of vision from both sides here. Nobody really has like anything. Right? It's just the one ward down bottom there. Very rare to see that from these.
Oh, they've got the one in the river now.
And the one from the river.
I think maybe.
it was just placed by Yap sort of watch the runes. And to watch the rotations too. That's the problem with top is Underlord. You can be pretty tanky versus these two heroes up here, but if a Pugna rotates, it's an easy setup for a kill. Yapsor.
I've got the level in the pit. They're going to look to try and set up onto No-Tail, but again, just they have that movement speed. They're able to run away. And they've got the sustain. Mid-one, it's got the one charge is building up too.
He's getting a little afraid of staying up here, though. That percentage-based damage versus these strength heroes, Firestorm just gets a lot stronger as you do get those levels built up. Yep, so he's scouting, stealing some XP.
Oh, he wants to creep. Oh, a little slow on the attempt to get it there, so mid-one will still be able to secure that last hit.
Yeah, we see these double wards now placed. It looks like they actually gave them 2 Thompson, and he's securing his side, and he's even warding up on this high ground here. I think he's stealing camps away from the Kunkka. So it puts Nisha in a position where he can't actually just out-farm the Pugna, but it's still very similar farm. 52-4, 51-6, both of them doing exactly what they need to do. Nisha making the first move, though. He knows he can punish up top here. It's spotted. The wards are placed and prepared from OG.
Well, let's see how they do prepare for this, if TPs are going to be inbound. A Secret looking for the setup. Zai starting to clear the way behind the tower, but OG, they know who should say. They know what's up. They're hiding in the trees, trying to make sure they're in a very unfavorable position for Nisha to try and make a move upon.
This move, though, it hurts, right? Thompson, he's going to take advantage of that immediately. As soon as that Kunkka does get seen up top, he's going to start blasting the tower.
See Nisha, he's level 7, he's going to look for the setup. Saxo and N0tail are here as well though. Turn with the life drain, Nisha gets the boat crashing down on the Pugna, but N0tail, he's healing Thompson back up. Extra backup comes to bring Yapso, jumps in with the bow shot, they've got the chrono, catches the two of them. As it grabs Thompson on the high ground, also finds N0tail on the low ground as Matu runs round, he's finding the bashes. N0tail will tether back up to the high ground, over towards Saxa. As N0tail will manage to get away for now, they'll try and chase a little bit. At the same time, up top, mid one, looking to go in with the God Strength, but can't chase down Zai, he's back under the tower.
Secret knows that rotation's gonna come. They were so prepared for it. Seb now trying to take advantage of the fact that Void left, trying to kill Puppey, but quick TP. Yeah, you can see how prepared they were. We know the way that OG likes to play. They like getting very active early on around that mid, the double support rotation. Secret responds, come out a bit ahead there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now we'll see Matu with the efficiency, you know, swinging past mid for that kill. He doesn't mind sort of leaving the bottom half. He was going to be heading up top anyway to the much safer area to farm as the Void.
They don't want to lose this early tower though. They're actually going to send Zai to the bottom lane, and they're going to put, like you said, the Void top.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Even Yapsor making his way down. Trying to slow it down.
Matu was able to pick up a DD on the way up top, so he's actually already finished the top tier 1 tower. So a very quick tower for Matu to take with that DD. No response from OG. And Secret, with the way that they smoked him to position down here, they get it quick enough to stop the tower from falling. Now,
rotation for
they're jumping onto Seb. Seb, he's tethered up. There's N0tail. Again, just giving him the power to stay healthy. Nisha looking to try and get him from the side, but OG's already backing towards their tower. Much harder for Secret to make a move onto them now, but Secret did what they wanted. They push him back, and still Matu on the top continues to push out. We'll see some TPs head over, but between the two of them, a very tricky kill to find. With the time walk, Matu's always going to be able to jump away.
Yeah, he knows he's safe up there. Thompson, like we said, every time Nisha moves, he's going to look to take advantage. He gets the tower.
See, dropping the combo here onto Thompson. Oh, actually missing the bow. And the torrent because of that. Thompson's able to run. They'll continue to chase him. As Thompson tries to turn, but Yapsor's here. The life drain never going to work in that situation. 4 heroes surround Thompson. Nisha doesn't get him with the combo, but they will get him at the end of it all with the TPs coming in top lane. An attempt onto Matu. He goes for the straight up counter play of the TP out, and it's just successful. 1 hit away from going, but Matu did the maths.
He did the strength tread swap as well too, that maybe actually ends up keeping him alive there. But he's playing very, very smart and very risky up top there. Has the Mask of Madness. He doesn't TP all the way to base. He TPs so that he can still farm. Puppey's still not quite level 6. They're trying to find that for him for sure. Very important this game versus that IO, as well as versus that Pugna. Helps their lineup a lot. Yapsar, he does get the 6 quite early on here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And OG, they should be able to finish this tier 1 down. Yeah. Bottom now. Secret will let this go. Their focus right now around the mid lane. Look to see if they can catch Thompson off guard, but Thompson's playing it safe.
Dire's middle
they're setting up for bottom even with the IO. I think he's going to start stacking Ancients for the Sven so they can ensure that that Sven stays ahead of the Void. He never wants to get behind the Void and farm. That's when it's going to be very tough for OG if that does happen. Thompson, he has the Yule's finish.
Zai from the invis catches Thompson by surprise, tries to step forward to blast the wave out. But Zai strikes from the invis. He's not ready for that one.
So much control for this Pugna, and it is a Pugna pick into that AA that was early picked on, so he is going to suffer in this mid game quite a bit here. He can play around the Kunkka because of that Yule's now, but there is still just a hard amount of lockdown and burst damage for him. And this is a little bit of a slowdown, right? They have the Night Stalker. It is daytime, however, he has this ult, so they want to take advantage of it. No points in silence yet, though.
He's going to go for the safe play. Just a chrono, TP out. He doesn't know what else is coming, doesn't want to take any chances.
Oof, if Saxa was very close there. If he was just a little bit closer, he could have maybe got the brambles off.
I think Matu, he just sort of knows right now that they're not in a bad position. No. Sure, it means without the chrono, they can't really take fights, but he's kind of happy not doing that. He's happy to farm.
They can still take fights. They still have Kunkka, they have Sanking, they have the AA Blast. They still have a lot of setup for it. So I think he knows that he can use these CDs early on because he knows it's going to be the Sven kind of backing up and farming a little bit too. He's not going to look to join just yet.
See in the river, Nisha. He's in, grabs the arcane phase, drums done.
Double bracer too. Very tanky.
And queuing up the Glimmer Cape. I imagine it's going to change that. We did see Thompson on a mid the other day go for a Glimmer Cape. Is he just queuing that up for the Shadow Amulet? So Shadow Blade, do you think it's just sort of a quick click, or is this actually something that is good right now if you want to protect your carry?
Oh, it could be interesting for sure. There's a lot of magic damage that is coming out from OG early on. Pugna does reveal it with the life train, but maybe he's thinking that he can protect himself.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. As we said, we saw Thompson do it the other day. It's down bottom. Puppy. He'll be gone on there by the three of them. Top lane, Seb is alone.
Oh, the bashes.
Matu's going to start chasing him down. The other two swinging around it. Seb, he can't run away from this.
They're back up here.
Is he going to get here in time? It's not. Seb's already dead. And now the two of them. Oh, no. Oh. No tell coming in. Oh,
nice
Saxa will at least save mid one. But it turned out to be a bit of a re-no-Kate.
Is under attack.
That was not great.
That's the first one of the game, too. They at least keep their Sven alive there, but a very heads-up rotation by Secret. Playing around that top side. Well, Nisha, he's just farming it up. He's got that little cloak there. Going to be very effective versus that majority of magic damage that OG has early. Looks like he's just messing with Thompson a bit here, trying to break the life train. They had an AA blast coming, but he knows the Yules is there. It's very hard to set up.
Let's see if they got Matu. Matu. Got good damage here. Oh, doesn't quite get the time walk out in time. OG's got the damage.
Saxa messed up the Bramble there, too. That could have been very close.
Coming in too early.
It didn't connect.
Oh.
He actually almost had a second there to get the time walk. That was a bit...
Hey, Saxa, you. I don't even need to hit this. I don't even need to hit this. We're going to kill him.
Rotating all their heroes up top, trying to take advantage of the fact that those ultis are on cooldown for a moment.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
See what they can get out of this OG.
Looks like they got the tower pretty easily here. Thompson in the area too.
Radiant's top tower has
Seeing
fallen.
Thompson next, queuing up for the blink dagger.
Yeah, I like
all these
it.
type of disengages versus Void, right? Like Void time walks in, you can usually get the blink out if you don't get hit by something instantly. However, there's going to be something that comes out pretty early for Secret this game is the blink on Yapsor is almost done already.
Ooh, that is fast. And in the river, Seb. They found him up top just a moment ago, and now straight back in action. They'll find him in the river. Seb getting caught out. These daytimes proving to be very painful for the Night Stalker.
Yep. And they're looking to make a very fast heads-up move down to bottom right away, too. They have the chrono if they'd like to expand it,
15-minute runes. They want to try and see if they can get the 4 of them.
Yeah, if they can get a big fight. Yeah, and then they can maybe even like scout up even a little bit higher and also get a kill, but he doesn't want to use the chrono here.
Now, if he gets a bash, he won't need to. He might not even need the bash. There's so much damage coming out to Saxa. The Ice Blast, bam! On point there from Puppy.
So he's going to go check the rune, and he'll be fortunate to get it too.
Yeah, and with that, they do manage to get themselves 3 of the 4 Secret.
They're going to set up. They're going to try to set up for a relocate play bottom. Let's see if they're able to get it, as Seb is making his way down during this nighttime.
Nisha's going to start to go a little bit onto mid one, just trying to tease sort of any reaction sees around the Sven.
Now's the time where OG has to be careful, though, of their overextensions. The blink is finished on Yapsor. They're not aware of it at all. It's an early blink dagger on the Senking.
Yeah, and we just sort of break this down. As I said, we saw Thompson do this the other day on his Invoker. He built the Glimmer Cape on his mid lane, and in this game we're seeing Nisha with the Kunkka. He's gone for the Glimmer Cape. So what's sort of the science behind this, do you think?
I think it's just because there's some limited catch on the side of OG.
Yeah.
If he isn't caught by like Bramble or he isn't caught by like the life drain on the Pugna, he can kind of disengage a bit easy here. They don't have these like crazy amounts of lockdown. It's the Sven stun and then just the Bramble really come from that Willow. So I think he can play around in and out of the fights here.
Again, Seb, there's been 3 times in a row now where Secret have managed to just locate this Night Stalker, and even in the nighttime now, able to get the jump on him.
They're gonna go for a sneaky Roche here.
They're doing it pretty quickly with the God Strength.
It's pinged immediately.
I don't think they can get her in time, though. This is too fast for Secret to get her. It's already down to half HP. Secret are making their way up the river.
I think they're gonna make it in time. Uh-oh.
Are they going to be able to stop this? It's getting low.
Oh, they're going to be able to make it.
They're here in time. The fear sends back onto the 2 in the mid one. Tries to lead in with the stun, but he's being used up. There's a jump forward from Yapso. Trying to go over towards mid one, but doesn't get in with the power strike. Matu jumps in on the back line. Chronos the Ire. The X-Mark drag the Sven back into the Chronosphere. They're focusing Puppy. 7 Sax. They'll find him, but Puppy straight in with the buyback. Matu needs help straight away. He's falling low on mana. Is he going to be able to get another time walk out? The stun comes into place. He's got it down, but it's into the Bramble. OG chases on Matu. He's got nothing else to jump away with. Sax against the double kill. As OG, they're able to hold their own around the Roche Pit. Seb, he's still looking for more. Tether up from No-Tell as he joins over towards Seb. Seb, see if he can get in onto Puppy or Zai. There's just the 3 of them here on Secret. Mid-one turns with the stun. There's a correct fight. The life drain for Thompson. It's too much. Nisha cannot survive through it all. He goes down. Zai turns with the pit onto the 4 of them, but he's trapped in the trees. OG, they know there's some respawns coming in. They'll start to back off.
Great play from OG getting out of the pit at that moment there. It could have been disaster if they continued going on there. They make the heads-up call. Fight right outside. And the Chrono, he wanted to be sure to stop the relocate there because the No-Tail was actually bringing mid one out, but it actually ends up hurting
there
more than anything.
might be another fight going on here. Zai's heading back over. OG, they're happy to take it. They turn over towards Zai. He's able to use up to dodge the initial stun, but OG, they've got the three of them chasing him down. Zai's out of the game for 30. OG just sending a clear message to Secret that you ain't coming anywhere near this Roche build. They're going to hold it. And this time round, Secrets, they've got the message. They're not coming back over here anytime soon. And OG will be able to secure themselves Roshan and the Aegis.
And that's pre-BKB on Sven, which is very surprising that they were able to take that fight versus all that magic damage. They didn't get the best combo of their spells at all on Secret. OG just ran at them and messed up all their combos.
Yeah, OG now jumping up in and lead 3K ahead. Combo's going to get laid down onto Saxa.
Step lively now.
Tried to go for what looked like a relocate play, I believed. Tried to save him. Going to save him out of that position there, but unable to. But a big window here for OG. No BKB yet on Matu. He's very susceptible to getting ran at here from these two heroes.
Lively now. Your admiral is
See,
on board.
Matu found the stun. TPs are coming in. They need to. They've got to protect Matu. Mid one's popped the God Strength as well. Mass TPs coming in there from Secret. And 3 backup getting ready to go over.
No Chrono available though.
See what they're able to head over for next.
They're trying to take advantage of all this. They know they have to play this game very fast.
They want to keep going whilst the God Strength's up, Puppy. They've seen him. Mid one throws out the stun. Seb trying to get the vision on the high ground. They'll spot out Secret. Secret keeping a distance.
Your admiral is on board.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mid one, very, very scary right now.
Yeah, this BKB.
Aegis Echo BKB, he is a lot to handle. And it'll be interesting to see sort of the scaling from Secret, because I would imagine one thing, right, when you are this mid Kunkka, you do go for the Glimmer Cape, it does slow down other aspects of your build, right? It's not sort of adding anything offensively. You're now putting a lot on the ults to hit, really, right? Secret's damage output is very reliant on landing the team fight. And now in the mid lane, we'll see Nisha being found, trying to get out with the Glimmer, but they've got the detection. He goes down. Yapsel's in trouble as well, potentially as mid one. He's just running him down. He'll take another double hit there with the Echo Saber. Mid one gets a double. He's not even done. He's ready to dive in. Look at the Wars Puppy. He's trying to find the stun. Zai turns with the Yules. Will hold back mid one for now.
They know their strength right now, that they can play into this. They know that there was no Chronosphere available, and the Void doesn't want to join in just yet. Mid one dropping. Ooh, he drops a bit low there.
He's going to chill. He wants to protect that Aegis. TP's back.
Up to 4K lead though. OG. Real heads up calls here. Just this fighting around the Roche. Now it is daytime for some time though, so they are going to slow down a little bit here. See how Secret tries to take advantage of his Nisha. He's suffering a little bit this game. They're making him bleed. 2, 2, and 4.
The Glimmer Cape, so
not helping so much.
And into the BKB. Yeah. So he just really doesn't want to die. Top.
They're just going to throw the Chrono. No funny business here.
Is it enough damage? There's a relocate coming in. And with the Yules, Thompson's able to buy time. They'll turn for the stun. There's the backup. Yapsel's in with a big bow strike. And Epi, though, bringing No-Tail low, but it's not quite low enough. No-Tail's still alive. They do finally finish off Thompson. The BKB committed by Matsuma Man to allow him to finish the Pugna kill. But now he's going to run. The BKB wears out just as he steps in the route and into the fear. They've got the chain disable. This fight, he cannot jump away anymore. Finally gets a time will count, but mid one, he's going in with the BKB. The hits with the God Strength. Mid one just hits too damn hard. Matu cannot withstand that damage. He's into the trees. Zai turns with the Yules to try and protect Puppy. Secret, they'll turn their attention over towards Saxa. Saxa does tick out during the Shadow Realm. Big blast comes in, lands onto Seb. Mid one, he's still very close to full HP. This Sven is still a huge issue for Secret. Can they deal with him? The torrent sound of Seb. Seb finally taken out. Now they'll turn over towards mid one. Mid one has got the Aegis. He's got No-Tail also by his side. As No-Tail will tether over. Nisha trying to get a grab on one of the two of them. He might be able to find No-Tail. He's got the X mark.
No mana for Torrent, but they have Yapsor behind with the stun.
That is what you sound like.
Mid one. Mid one's thinking about going back in. He's running at them. I was going to say, throws the stun, nothing else other than that would have been running straight into the four of them without much backup at all. Does protect the Aegis though. Aegis is still on the Sven, so OG, when they're back up, they're going to have another chance to get something done with it, and by the looks of it, mid one will also by then have his level 18 and almost certainly his Aghanim's complete.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of setting that tempo and playing very aggressively around their ward vision. He did reveal that ward top in that side there when he does stun up the high ground, but you know, you can see how confident he's trying to play. And now we're seeing, wow, blink on Puppey.
I mean, it's the blink is one of those items that seems
disengage.
Sort of essential against a Sven and his Aghanims, right? Without a blink as a support against Sven with the Ags, you're just dead any single team fight. This is the only item really that works effectively in terms of just breaking you out of getting stunned. You know, you can't dispel what isn't there anymore with the talent, of course, that the mid one will take.
Doing my job for me. Thank you, Owen. Mid one persistent. Well, we'll claim this tier 2, not before 20 minutes, but they can still get a good amount of map control and take away the outpost if they'd like to. And just keeping this big lead here. Look at this Sven compared to that Void. He's almost double the net worth here.
That's insane. I mean, mid one, he has been popping off in a lot of the games recently for OG.
Yeah,
we've seen it. You know, we've seen the rampages, we've seen the utter destruction and annihilation that he's brought.
It's pretty far up here. There's a relocate coming to bring him out. Not very far, though. Nisha almost connecting with the Torrent. And that is the Aegis reclaimed. Ooh, Aegis reclaimed during the AA.
That was a little risky. He was a little lower there. That would have certainly been a clip. But he's fine. Gets out. In fact, what? Wait, what happened? What? Yeah, I agree. What the hell happened there? Okay.
Well, he went back in with like 100, 200 HP.
What was going on? How did he? Can we get a replay of that? I wasn't even ready for that. Just suddenly mid one walks back in with 200 HP and dies.
Was it the relocate? I think it was.
Lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Oh no!
I think he kept him tethered.
Was it No-Tail?
I think No-Tail kept him tethered.
No, he didn't.
That's the only thing.
No, he didn't.
That's the only thing that could happen there.
We got a replay of that. Did he? Was it No-Tail taking it? No.
I mean, that's pretty huge. That slows down their momentum a lot. And they do not want momentum slowed down in this game when they're playing against Void with AA. This Void, as the later the game goes, he gets better and better versus the Sven if he is able to get the farm.
Well, we'll find Matu.
But they're constantly aggressive on him.
He's got BKB. So we'll be able to play his way out with the BKB. No TP though, so he's just going to have to run. He's out and away. And he just gets mana back up before they can really look to fight. Make sure he's got the Chronos fit. Mid lane tower's going down. And they'll TP over in time to get it protected. And No-Tail does now have the mech complete, so at least some additional burst heal to keep his Sven strong in the fight.
Has been denied.
10 seconds till those bounties. Nisha can act a lot as a frontliner here. There's no Void BKB right now. You can see that's why OG's trying to play so aggressive.
He wants to go, but there is a Chrono. They've got counter plays. Mid-one's going to charge in. Chrono comes out.
The force step.
Only gets the IO. Matu, can he finish him off? He's trying to, but he's caught in the roof. Matu can't actually kill off IO, and now he's out of mana. Mid-one's chasing him down. Matu's trying to run, but Mid-one, he's closing in on the target, jumps in with a stun. Matu falls. As he's out of the fight, they've got the Void, and with that secret, they've got no more power to fight with. As Zai's going to be taking them out of there. We'll manage to get Nisha back to safety in time. Puppey, however, wasn't able to jump in the ride.
The Ag stun brought him just before the Chrono hits. It actually moved him out of it. And then they also missed their AA blast to catch the IO in the backlines there. Awkward spell usage by Secret, but OG kind of sticking around here still. Mid one, no BKB available.
I mean, he wants to. Does he want to go in? Oh, absolutely. He's in with a big jump. Oh, that was sweet from No-Tail. A lovely little relocate there, taking him out to the side, so Yapzor didn't find them with the Burrow Epi. There's No-Tail, he'll head back, but he'll leave mid one on the front lines with Thompson and Seb to try and deal with Nisha. Seb trying to force back any backup, so Nisha is separated. There's Nisha. He should be able to find him. He's trying to hide. Matu jumps back over and attacks out. Can Yapzor do anything to turn this? He's already used the Appy, but he's still got the Burrow Strike. Comes in onto the two of them, catches mid-one and No-Tail, and that will secure the 2 kills there. Clutch buyback from Yapzor. Punishes OG hanging around a little too long behind that tier 2.
Nisha with some quick little heads-up plays. He actually broke the life drain when he was getting with there's just an X mark and repopping that X, and then he actually gets himself into a corner, and OG, they overextend. They stay there too long. Clutch buyback from Yapzor.
Yeah, very nice. As, yeah, despite that nice little dodge earlier from No-Tail, Yapzor was able to still find them all at the end of the day. Top lane, all Matu. He's got BKB back up.
Doesn't pop it right away, though.
He doesn't.
And now he's stunned, and he might just get
dead. Oh,
Saksa with the control.
I mean, you got to watch out for this Willow. You know, you sort of feel what Matu's going through there. He sees that, and it can be very sort of, it catches you by surprise. He sees the Willows, I'm going to get the chance to BKB. Well, no, you're not. Saksa's got just that much amount of disable when he lays his skills down correctly, and Saksa's been doing that.
And with Decrepify, with a Bedlam, it's so much damage. You just shred these core heroes anyway.
Your Admiral is on board.
Matu's still having to play the catch-up game here. When you look at the comparisons between the carries, mid-1 level 19, Matu just sitting down at level 16. So still a lot of room to catch back up. Overall, OG still holding the 5k lead.
Yeah, and it's going to be really hard for the Void to ever catch up to that Sven and farm. When he dies like this, Sven just capitalizes much more because he farms faster and faster than that Void.
And just overall, Seb having a Midas, you know, you're going to sort of see the cores across the board of OG scaling away that Secrets aren't quite ready for. So Secret, they've got to continue to try and look for these fights, look for this action. And they found Thompson here. He'll go for the yours. Is he able to get the blink off in time? No, the timing's not quite there. Straight back into the pit. Secret, they'll catch off the Pugna.
That was one of the first times I've seen this game that Thompson very far out of position. No one really near him. He's just really trying to slowly burn down that tower, but in a very risky position there.
Oh, lovely rune here for mid-1 if they're able to get something going. He's got strength from BKB up. He's very close to having the money for the small crit.
Roche is scouted. Pugna is dead. They're trying to take a fight here while Thompson's...
They do it decently fast. I mean, with the Mask of Madness.
Yep.
Matu's got decent attack speed, so as long as he can find the bashes, he's going to be doing it. They have got good fight themselves, though, OG around the pit, and mid-1 with that Arcane Rune, he wants to go. Pops the God Streak, jumps straight over towards Zai. Already Zai taken down to half HP. They'll use the Glimmer Cape to try and save him, get him out towards the pit with the fear. Again, Saksa, he just finds the control. He's able to lay it down here onto both Zai and Matuma, man. They're both dead. Seb's trying to keep the back lines busy. Zai actually still somehow survives, finally falls there to the final blast from Thompson. And mid-1, he's not done yet. He's running over towards Nisha. Sentry's dropped down. Poppy and Nisha, they're into the trees. Poppy will get out, but Nisha, he's not going to be quite as fortunate as OG find a third. All three of Secret's cores taken out.
Great play by Seb. He just beelines to the back lines, silences everybody with the Kaboo Fear, and then mid-1 just able to focus fire. Sure, No-Tail gets clipped by the boat, but it only hits like one hero, and yeah, you can see Seb. He just ran at Puppy. He didn't allow him to really get any good spell off, and if it's the Night Stalker who's getting AA blasted, then he did his job.
And with these sort of kills, you look at Seb's items, next fight, he's going to have a full BKB. And when this Night Stalker comes running with you with a BKB, there's nothing you can do to stop it. All you've got is the chrono, and that won't be enough most of the time with how tanky Seb's going to be with that BKB done.
He's going to just be able to, like, he actually just runs at the back line, and they're not going to be able to do anything against him. Matu finds Thompson here. Oh, mid-1 actually stuns into the chrono as well. I mean, a little awkward there.
Tried to do, he's got a BKB and an Aegis. Mid-1, can do it a couple of times. He's going to have to pop the BKB, and that will stop them from going on it. But again, you can see Matu in this position. He's just dropping it down for anything. So we'll see this play earlier.
No, this is just this is the one he just did. Yeah, he relocated bottom.
Yeah, you're right.
Not sure what happened there. I think maybe he was trying to make a play with the Spanner, but maybe he just lost the tether for a second there.
Still 5k lead for OG mid-1 in an incredible position right now. Just 6k ahead of anyone in the game. This massive Sven.
Yeah, the Sven is huge, and I think it is really important, like we pointed out, that Midas for Seb is going to really pay dividends in this game because of how aggressive they're able to play. And if he gets a blink and a BKB, sure, Void can get these chronos off, but the backline is going to be so disrupted.
Well, Saksa, he's going to feel the full brunt of the ults there, but backup comes in. Saksa does go down, but mid-1, No-Tail and Seth, they want to try and fight against them. Zai's going to take out the two of them. As of course, Puppy, he was left behind. So OG finds something, but Zai able to make sure that no cores will fall that time to OG. As we see Nisha just continuing to build up the items to enable his teammates to really help Matu, you know, throw down this sort of Solar Crest and Glimmer Cape in ways to make sure that Matu can jump in and have the strength required to take down these big heroes like the Sven.
Ooh, they actually forced the BKB. It's also just protect Matu as well. Like, sure, he's got this decent amount of armor when he's not Mask of Madness, but a lot of times he's Mask of Madness. So throw that Solar on top, he's up at 24, so that high physical damage from Sven can be slowed down too.
Yeah, the pressure really is on pretty much Matsu and Yapzor to just hit, because you know they're the ones that are going to be starting the fights, getting the jump most of the time with the time walk into Chrono or the blink into Burrow Strike. They've got to be finding great ways to jump, and they've got to try and capitalize on any opportunity that OG give to them when OG starts to group up.
The one thing is though, is mid one's BKB, it's getting low. He's had to pop it. I actually think it might just be at 5 seconds now. Let's take a look at it. Can we mouse over that BKB really quickly?
No.
No, we cannot. Okay. Well, it's at 5 or 6 seconds, I'm sure, but at this point. He's got a full Daedalus finished up, so he's going to hit hard, and he needs to hit hard because, like we said, BKB is going to start ticking down, and you know that Secret, they're itemizing. Like you said, they have the Blink Daggers that are going to be there to disengage versus the Axon, and I did see that Lotus Orb. It is almost finished up there for Yapzor. Already level 19, too. So they're keeping themselves very farmed on all of their heroes here.
OG's still got that ward on the high ground. So some good info to work with. No secrets around on this area.
Mid one, he's running in.
He's going to try and charge forward.
They've been the one
He knows he's pretty unkillable.
Oop.
Of course, one of the strong strengths of the Glimmer, just being able to disjoint that initiation. But mid one, he just goes back in as Nisha walks in, has to put the BKB himself. Mid one, is he able to find any other targets? Secret's going to do best to just get out of it. They've got the God Strength out of him. Over towards mid, Matsu popping the BKB as he is worried about OG being able to make a jump upon him. Seb's still trying to go in past the tower. In fact, mid one, he's able to find the chance straight back in onto the Kunkka. Chrono comes out, mine's too late, Matsu's dead, Nisha's going to fall as well.
Too much damage.
No, not the Chrono they needed there. Tried in an attempt to hold back OG, but OG ended up still getting the 2 kills anyway. The Chrono, it stops nothing. Yapzor, he's going to try for a big play, comes in with a big Burrow Strike, it's a lot of damage. He's able to take down the 2 of them. A big play from Yapzor.
Puppy whipped the AA blast though. He actually hit it on the ground right in front of him. I think he double tapped.
I mean, at least it wasn't needed to kill off Saxtra and Thompson. Yapzor actually just having enough damage on his own with that jump. Nisha giving the big tips over towards Yapzor, as Yapzor basically just putting a stop to OG actually being able to push up and punish this pretty long duration when Nisha and Matsu are out of the game. Yapzor holding on for Secret.
Comes in clutch there. That's one of the best plays that you can do when you're on those high grounds. When you lost these heroes, you just catch someone off guard. They're probably like, there's no way they make an initiation on us when we're running into the high ground. Finds the 2 ideal targets. But yeah, Puppy, oh my god, the Ice Blast. I think he may have double tapped it. I don't think he got hit by any type of silence there.
I see, it was the big brain play. He was just trying to throw it out in front of him in preparation for the Sven jumping on top of him. You know, that's what he'll tell you.
Level 18 already on that AA as well. So max level Ice Blast. They're keeping it at a 6K. It only jumped up to what, like 8K gold lead, I believe, for OG. So they're keeping it level here, and I think that's pretty good good sign here for Secret. Because they want this game to go late. They want this Void to be able to somehow catch up to this Sven. Still got a lot of time for him to do so, though.
Yeah, needs at least this next time really complete before Matsu's going to have a chance.
Yeah. His BKB is also very low. That is the scare, too, because there's a lot of different forms of control for him. And they're getting more items to deal with that Chronosphere. The Aeon Disc now finished for the Pugna.
I love this from Yapzor as well. Getting the E-Blade online next. I mean, he knows BKB's getting low. He's in with that sort of combo, the Burrow Strike, Epi, and an E-Blade. You're going to do serious amounts of damage, even to these higher HP strength heroes on OG's lineup like Seb and mid one.
And it is another form of save in a way. Like after the stun comes out, you can't E-Blade. He does the Yules to stop the X bring back onto Nisha.
We're going to see them jump straight forward. Puppy, he just gets taken out instantly off the back of the stun. Zai will be able to disengage with the rest of Secret. They're out of there. Yapzor stuns up to the base. So we'll just be Puppy dying outside of the base, and he himself does have buyback and the Ice Blast if OG choose to continue to push in.
He nearly, I think he got, what, did he get one shot?
I saw an 870 crit, so very likely that his HP was under that amount as mid one flew in and took him out at least 2 maximum hits.
Bloodthorn finished, they're going in. There's no buyback on mid one. They really want to press that issue forward there. 30 seconds.
They've got the Chrono. So Matsu, he's got to do something spectacular with the Chrono. We're going to see. Ready, Matsu is getting gone on. See the jump forward from Yapzor, trying to keep mid one off Matsu. Mid one popping the BKB to make sure he's not dragged back by the X. Notel also taking him out to the side, starting to heal him back up. Notel is going to be back on the front lines there with a relocate. The question is if OG want to try and swing back in with him. Seb popping the ultimate. He's up on the high ground. Who are they going to be able to find? They're just going to let the IO die. They don't want to go back in with no tower. Maybe they're going to go back in after he died. Matu, he's gone for the Chrono on the backline. He's found Thompson and Saxon. Turns towards Saxon first. Saxon goes down. Looks towards Thompson, but Thompson, he's got the Eon disc. Thompson's able to turn with the grip by disarming Matu. Matu has to jump away. The time on Yapso comes in with the Eon's control. He's being surrounded. Nisha, Zai, Matu, they have the damage to take down mid-1. Secret breaking apart the team fight of OG as Thompson, he's trying his best to stand his ground, but there's 5 heroes surrounding him. Thompson goes down as well. And Secret, they're able to hold. Matu, this time round, it was that Chrono, it does enough. He's there on the backlines, stops Saxa from being able to get out his skill set, the ultimates, and also just locking down Thompson, forcing out that Eon disc earlier. It means that Thompson, he has to suddenly just focus on this void. Yep. He cannot help the rest of OG, help Seb running in on the backlines as Secret and actually get those kills to start the fight off.
And that's what, there's no buyback on the Sven. He spent all his gold on the Bloodthorn there against Titan. We mentioned that BKB, it's starting to get low. They're able to play around it. They have so many different forms of disable and disengage on the side of Secret.
They're going to go straight down the mid here. We'll see what they can do with this timing. You see on the Roshan respawn as well. It's going to be about a minute. Will mean that OG's back in the game for it. Secret able to take at least a tier 2 tower here whilst both Thompson and mid-1 are down.
There's been some crazy spell usage there too. Like in the beginning of that fight, did you see how Nisha casted his spells? I think he thought mid-1 was going to just aggressively ag stun in because he actually torrent and boated it right on top of himself at the initial. So they didn't have the torrent of the boat in the start of the fight. I think maybe just blanketing his team with the rum too, just to protect versus Sven. It was an interesting series of spells that ended up happening before that Chrono, but it ends up working out for them very nicely, and they close that gold lead. OG have been stopped here with their early aggression. Looking like Secret have started to gain control of this game.
And they've got some solid tier 4 items, at least on Secret's lineup. I'm seeing Kunkka with the Havoc Hammer, excellent.
Yep.
Great strength, great damage. And Minotaur Horn, if Zai wants to be able to grab that, and that extra sort of chance for a Dispel with that short BKB duration. And they also just found the Leveler, one of the ones that I imagine Matu's going to be very happy to have himself. Yep. So and a serious step up in attack speed for him.
Yeah, and I think a Timeless Relic, I believe, too, for probably Yapsor.
Is that on Secret? Honestly, I think Secret just got sort of the jackpot with the 4 tier 4 items there.
Yeah, I think they actually got my 4 favorite ones.
For the heroes they're playing, they're going to be very happy with those finds. Yes, Timeless Relic on Yapsor.
So
all right, so I think Gaben's a Secret fan. That's some good RNG right there.
Side spotted, instantly trying to get out. Matu, do they have the fear? Oh, he gets the BKB off in time.
Oh, the time walk. It's there just up, just in time. One more hit from mid-1 and they would have done it. But timing in favor there of Matu as he's able to jump away. And we'll see, what did they go over on the side of OG?
They got Flicker. Flicker's pretty solid.
I mean, especially, yeah, this is a very Thompson-esque item, right? Yeah. He loves to be jumping and juking all over the place.
Can't Flicker when you're Chrono, though.
But you can Flicker before you're Chrono.
You can Flicker before, and it'll put you into the Chrono.
That is true. You may Flicker still into the Chrono.
Deeper into the Chrono.
You might even blink out and Flicker back in. You know, it has happened before. You just press all the buttons and they don't necessarily do what you're hoping them to do.
And Chrono is back up. No God Strength for OG right now, so they have to be careful. They still are missing 2 of their tier 4 items as well, so they can still finish up grabbing those.
Yeah, we'll see what OG is able to get with that. And we'll see Zai actually holding on to the Craggy coat rather than the Minotaur Horn right now, favoring that extra armor.
Near 25 also on mid-1. Another important big spike if he takes that talent, which he most likely will. Oh, he took the stun duration.
I guess,
so they want a little more
this is a thing then, because we did see one in the other series the other day when Nico Baby took it, and we just sort of started to question. It was like, is this just a thing? Not going for the boosted damage at the additional God Strength damage? Because if you're not aware, mid-1, he's taken the talent that's given +1 on the stun duration rather than the 50% extra God Strength damage.
Oh, it's an illusion. The illusion is kept there on the Pugna. I think he wants the extra disable versus this void.
Yeah, I guess this makes sense, because we've seen a few times Matu, he's been very close to going down. As mid-1, he needs help. Where the hell? It's going to come in. And now the Ice Blast is going to fly over the 2 of them. The fear will push them back, but mid-1's taking so much damage, he's able to get the BKB off and run away.
But he's AA blasted. If they get another hit on him, he's likely to die.
He's dead. Matu finishes him off. mid-1 is buying back for this fight, but Secret, they're standing strong. This is a tough fight for OG to turn. What can they do? They come up with the stun, looking towards the void. Yapsor's in, he's silenced up for now. The turret clips onto mid-1. Mid-1. Secret will start to disengage. Mid-1 popping the God Strength. Looks to chase in. Gets the stun in onto Zai. Looks over towards Yapzor. He's been dusted. Up to the high ground with the Burrow Strike. Yapzor's able to break away, and with the X mark from Nisha, Mid-1's dragged back. Seb trying to stay on top of Matuma Man. The nighttime comes to an end. Matu has got to be careful. Mid-1, he's in range. Gets in with the Lotus. The Lotus is out. The Icebox is there. Matu still falls, and Mid-1's able to find him with that final hit. Poppy comes in. Hits him with the Chilling Touch. Slows him down. They bring him under the Ice Blast threshold as Mid-1, he's out of the game. A die back on the Sven. He's actually trying to clean up as he comes in from the side. He's looking over towards Zai and Nisha. But Zai, Nisha, and Yapzor, they just run down Seb. The Night Stalker's gone. It's only down to Thompson and Saxa left right now. There's Thompson. He's keeping his distance. Saxa into the trees. He'll start to TP out. He's away. The buyback's coming out there from both sides. Both teams losing their carry. OG for the longer period, though. 100 seconds without Mid-1.
Thompson's dragging this creep wave here. Pushing it forward there. He's even jumping in.
They're still hit.
Jump away.
They're a little scared.
Oh, Yapzor's is dead.
Oh my goodness, that damage. That
Decrepify.
damage. Whoa.
Yep.
We've got a couple of DPS heroes here, right?
Decrep plus that Bedlam talent plus level 18 on the Willow. More than enough damage.
I mean, it just destroyed him. Yapzor was gone. Not a chance for him to be taken back home safely by Zai.
They did get the die back, though, onto Mid-1, and he's really starting to suffer. We're seeing the damage that Secret has, and that BKB being so low. They have so many different ways to kite him around.
Yeah, just all these items, what was it, like these Lotuses, Glimmer Capes, just Yule Scepters.
Step lively.
Many things to make Mid-1's fight just incredibly tricky. He's got to be very smart about how he jumps from target to target, because most of the time, whoever he looks for first in the fight is not going to fall. He's got to sort of be thinking ahead and considering who he's going to try and jump for once Secret have used all their saves on whoever he's tried to bait them out on first when he initiates.
Yeah. And he's gone for just raw damage, right? So if you see when they turn on him, he's not very tanky. Even though he has this IO behind him for the tether and for all these heals, he gets hit real hard. Even when the Kunkka starts hitting him, all this does add up. And I built no armor items, nothing like that at all.
Yeah, and I guess that is also a good point as well to mention why he would take the stun. As you've told me before, you know, one of the reasons why you take the damage talent is if you're not, you know, you're going like the SMY in the AC build on Sven. But as you say, because he has built a lot of items to buff up his right click, he can afford to just go for the stun duration talent.
He's Glass Cannon Seb, though. He's got a DD rune, and with this Dark Ascension, he hits hard. He's hitting for over 600 right now.
Oh, but his Midas is off cooldown.
Oh, it is, but he doesn't care.
Nisha. Still committing on to Nisha. Seb's onto the backlines. He's managed to get himself on top of Puppy. Nisha popping the boat down, trying to keep them off. Matu's going to step over. He's been silenced now. Zai, he wants to take them out of it. He'll take them out in time. The chrono, though, was a little unnecessary. I didn't need it there. Zai would have got them out anyway. But at least nobody died on Secret. But a little sore that they don't have the chrono. They are going to come straight back out onto the map with the smoke, because Roshan is up, but definitely a deficit here for Secret that they do not have this chrono to fight with.
Yeah, they just wanted to full reset because the God Strength was used. They're still going to be looking for this battle, though. 20 seconds until they do have the sheep, the fleet, the ghost ship fleet from Nisha.
I'm an OG there. They're thinking about just sneaking back into Roche.
It's daytime still for about 10 seconds here, so Seb, no Dark Ascension. He's just kind of chilling in the pit, knowing he's a bit weak for those next 10. Puppy's actually the one with the Minotaur horn, so he can not have to get not as disabled as much from Seb. Because Seb, you can see every fight, he's focusing on Puppy to get the silence on top of him.
I'm a Secret. They're just going to run and see who's inside the pit. Seb, he's going to be revealed. He says, what are you doing? This is my Roche. Step aside and step away.
There's that nighttime kicking in.
Seb, he's coming around for the side, but Puppy and Zai will start to hold him back a little bit. Of course, Seb, incredibly tanky.
God, these fights are crazy.
Doesn't feel threatened at all by these two heroes. The main damage dealer is Secret right now, really being Matuma Man. It's all on him in terms of making sure that he's able to stay alive in these fights. They've got to keep him fighting fit. As OG step into the pit. 15 seconds until God Strength's there for Mid-1, and he'll be able to seriously take down this Roche at quite the pace. On the side, still continues to toy around with Seb on the Night Stalker. 9 time.
They force the Dark Ascension. They start backing away.
Fair's going to catch the two of the Mid-1. He's in onto Puppy. Puppy's in trouble. He's able to put the Ghost Step to get out of the side. Nisha puts the BKB. Turns with the bow. Matu, he's going to be fine for now. Jumps over in towards Saxa, but Saxa's got the Yule. He's up in the air. Puppy's brought back for this attempt. Matu committed with a BKB onto Saxa, but Saxa, he's going to live. He's out to the side of the Ghost form. Matu turns over towards Seb. Seb dragged back by the X mark. Secret, they'll find one. Mid-1, he's in onto Matu, but again, the Lotus turns the sun. Yapzor's there with a follow-up in with the Burrow Strike as well. Mid-1's been hit by the Ice Blast. He's getting low, and he'll pop. Secret, they keep Matsu alive. They're able to punish mid-one for his attempt to get in. A Secret, they may not be done yet. He's still hanging around the pit. Zai, he found the catch. Yapsol, and again, jumps in onto No-Tail, and with a backup from Matsu, they've got the damage to beat down the Io. Seb is trying to run, but he's being slow. The Yaws controls there. They'll surround the Night Stalker. Seb's dead as well. Secret push OG far away from the pit. 3 of them dead on OG. Secret can step in a Roche, and this Aegis and Cheese will be theirs.
God, they're playing so well around the BKB. They have all this damage mitigation that comes from the boat. So mid-one, he actually didn't have God Strength at the start of the fight there, so he wasn't able to just bring any heroes down really. And then quick buyback, they're able to join that fight back in from Secret. But yeah, all this control is really starting to show. This pit, he even took the talent of the pit at 25 too, so this Sven just gets locked down and played around from these Yules, Lotus Orb, and all these different functions.
Yeah, so as you pointed out earlier, sort of a forewarning, you know, when it gets to this point, when his BKB's this low, that's all he has. As soon as it's over, it's sort of fight over for him. If they haven't already at least gotten 1 or 2 kills during that duration, Secret's going to have the control to deal with him.
Yeah. Such good disengages. It's insane. And look at Zai, they've got 300
They're
damage.
ready to close it.
There's no buybacks.
They've got double chrono. Matsu's got a refresher shard. I believe he's still the one to hold it. Yeah, he's got 2 chronospheres. So Secret are more than ready for any sort of fight that OG come up with in defense.
They killed his creeps though as he popped Satanic. Nisha actually cleaved them, so he wasn't able to heal up fully. Spear connects.
Let's see what Secret want to do here. Do they want to stick around? There's still tier 2s on the side lane. So nothing really more to find here. So
Your admiral is on board.
They're real happy with this position after all those sequences of fights here. Matu now in real fighting form there with the backtrack talent too, with a Satanic. Very unlikely for him to get brought down here now. And just so many buffs on him too.
Game feels very hard now for OG. Going forward from Matu. Secret just continues to take these towers.
Their itemization is really working out for them here.
Yeah, it's very difficult for OG to try and just break through this army of Secret now. They've given an incredibly solid showing so far. I mean, this 48-minute game has been an excellent display between these two teams, but you just can't help but feel now in these later stages, this lineup of Secret built around this Void, sort of as the panel touched upon, it's just going to have that greater late-game strength than that built around a Sven.
Absolutely.
Step lively now. Your admiral is
And they have so many different items to deal with that Sven. Sure, like we said, he went glass cannon, but everyone is actually incredibly tanky on the side of Secret. Even with like this medallion on the AA, they have the solar crest on Kunkka too. They're buffing each other up when they get gone on every single time to protect versus that Sven damage. And like you said now, they have double chrono available.
Trying to fight through the backdoor protection here, and I'll tell you what, he's just about doing it, Matu.
He most definitely is with that solar crest.
Yeah, look at him go. Alrighty.
A full hex now for Yapster too, so we were mentioning how much control they have. Throw that in on top also with the Timeless Relic. OG in a very tough position here now.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I mean, what is the play for OG? You're sort of down 11k. You look at what you have against what they have. What sort of moves are you going for? Is it sort of an attempt at waiting for the high ground push, trying to punish them there? Do you have to try and get out on the map, look for pickoffs, or do you try and go out? You've still got a decent team fight if you get the jump. Like, how do you fight into Secret right now when you're behind?
They have to somehow just bait these abilities, honestly. They have to make these chronos whiff, like the blink dagger dodge or something like that. It's really looking like their team fights have gotten so difficult. Everyone is so tanky. Look at this. 52 armor on Underlord. 28, but they're all just getting buffed up so much. Like even Sand King has 21, and he's going to be solar crested a lot of the times in the fights too. So I think their damage has just dropped significantly because of the itemization from Secret.
Thompson, he needs help.
Oh, Midwood's stunned into the chrono.
He has. He's in trouble. He's in so much trouble. Oh no! An attempt to help out his buddy puts his own life at risk as he just goes zooming straight into the chrono. They've come out with the 2 buybacks. They're looking for Matu. Matu's still just so tanky. Saxon, he's going to be trapped on the high ground. Midwood's able to jump down onto low ground over towards Zai.
He can't even kill those 2 crits. And look, Zai's still at the head. Still okay.
And onto Mid-1. Mid-1, he pulled back for this. He cannot afford to go down. He'll try and jump over towards Zai. We'll be able to find Zai with a big crit, but No-Tail's out of the action. He's dead for 80. Matu jumps into the river. There'll be a buyback from No-Tail. Zai and Puppy are out without buyback.
Yeah.
Can OG find something more from this? They've found a third. They've found Japsor.
They're outnumbering them.
Three
Matu's out
heroes.
of mana.
OG is doing this.
He gave him the cheese.
They're doing it. He's popped it. He's popped the refresher shot. He's looking for a second chrono. He's going to drop it. Wants to take mid-one out. Knows that the Sven ball back in. He can have done no. Thompson's in with the save. There's a Decrypt find the life drain. Keeping mid-one healed up. He'll charge over with the stun. The silence. He's got Matu, but Matu's got the BKB. The Satanic pops him. Turns over towards mid-one. Mid-one will be saved again by Thompson with the Decrepify. Matu goes over towards Zed. Turns his attention back over towards mid-one, but no tail. He's healing mid-one up. Mid-one's able to find the haste rune. He's on the run. Matu's trying to chase. Jumps in with the time on. Mid-one turns with another stun. Nisha. He's on top of Saxa. Mid-one's seeing if he can get back and involved in the fight, but Yapsor. He's in with the Boris strike. Number two. He jumps over to Thompson. Thompson turns with the Decrepify fight. Matu's still trying to commit. Thompson flickers out with a flicker to the side. Mid-one jumps in with a stun. Matu, he wants to go for more. They've got the control with the X-Mark on mid-one. Mid-one, he's Glimmer Cape. He's able to go back into the BKB. Looks towards Nisha. Nisha sneaks away with his own Glimmer Cape. There's a silence. It's on to Matu. Launches off. Removes the silence. Sets up for the catch. Spot the stun. Matu. He turns. Satanic, but again, the Decrypt by the Aussie. Set up in the air. Yapsor's in with the epicenter. He's taken out mid-one. They've taken down No Tail. Thompson is Hex. Secret. They're hot on the trail of the little piggy. The flicker won't help him now. He turns. He's got out by the Burrow strike. He's trying to run. He's up once more with the Yours, but Secret. They surround him again. He's out. He's away. Thompson will manage to live, but the damage has been done.
The damage has absolutely been done.
Seb's out as well. No Tail's out for over a minute. And Secret, they've got the pushing power. They've got Matu and Nisha, and they should be able to do some serious damage to the base now. 20k up, Secret.
Holy shit, that cheese pass off by Nisha onto Matu earlier, allowing him to have the mana for the chrono, turns everything. But Nisha, he just gets brought down by these two's mana damage.
Trying to jump in. Thompson has got anything to survive here. Oh, it's too much burst. Thompson's down. Despite his best efforts, Matu beating Saxa back to the fountain. Seb's going to be back up. It's just going to be the two of them, though. Against the five-man push from Secret. Nisha picking up a Deso to finish this one off. I don't know if Seb and Saxa can do anything here against the two, and then the jump's already been made. Japsor's able to get in on Saxa. Seb committing the BK.
They're just
trying to find Puppy. Puppy's out to the side. They're just ending it. Secret, they've secured this game one as GG is called.